No intro. Let's just get right into it because another extra stream. Because fuck it, I've been in a Factorio mood. And figuring this out mood. Guess it's just gonna have to keep working and do its thing. Slowly stock up on this. I'll just keep doing research, working towards the next science pack. Right, I'm scanning Cornetto. May as well let that scan finish. Okay, where is the path down? Where did I leave my capsule? More particular, I guess. There it is. Okay. Actually, before I go down there, stuff I may as well just leave up here. Because that's no use to me on the ground. Alright, now I can head back. Because I need to fix the signaling situations that this actually gets automated. And maybe also have more than one delivery cannon chest. A little off target. Hey there, Druss. How you doing? Okay, so I need to fix this section. And I was given a hint in that I should look into using... Where are they? Constant combinators. Outputs constant circuit network signals. There's a decider and the arithmetic, which performs arithmetic. Just let's get myself a little test installation set up. Because the way this currently works, if the signal is lost, the cannon starts shooting, and I don't want that. So, you can go into the trash. Okay, where are these? So if you have the arithmetic combinator, let's actually put somewhere where there's power so they don't bug me. So you got the arithmetic combinator, which does math. You have the constant combinator, which outputs a signal, and lastly the decider. So okay, so I set an output signal. It cannot just be a number, so... Okay, I think also I need to rethink how signaling works. I'm guessing this is basically working like a variable. Where variable iron plate is worth this much. So put this, it outputs a signal of 100, just flat. Then we have input... So I guess maybe I don't need a constant combinator, but instead just use the arithmetic because it takes an input of iron plate, the value of the amount of iron plate stored, and remove 200 from it, for example, which is then output as. Let's not output as iron plate, that's probably going to cause issues. So let's just output as iron ore. Yeah, so now it outputs negative 200 iron ore. If I then link this up to a decider, where the condition is... Yeah, true. But I just prefer using symbols, because then it makes it easier for me to tell what's doing what. So in this instance, you then have it's a condition if iron ore is bigger than 0. Okay. So yeah, I think this is what Flushy was talking about. Where I first need to go through an arithmetic combinator. Because this way, if it receives no signal, it jumps down to -200 and won't activate the orbital cannons. Also, I need to redo the wiring. Should not be putting it on this inserter. I should put it on these inserters because it takes longer to load the iron plate than it does the delivery cannon capsules. That should also further prevent overflow. Oops. Okay, so, and let's line it up with the stack inserter just for visual. Okay, so I need to grab myself. So I think this is a system that's gonna work. I already have the signal receiver and everything nice and set up, so I don't need to worry about the wiring. So let's just craft a whole bunch of arithmetic combinators. So okay, because I didn't need the constant combinator because I was overthinking it. I just need the arithmetic. Oh yeah, how's the Cornetto scan going? I got a little unlucky with my moons, because I have one moon. Which one was it? Yeah, this moon. It had cryonite, but I scanned the entire moon and there's no cryonite. So that's a bit unfortunate. So, I have to go to the outermost planet for my cryonite. It's a nice amount of it though, and there's water at least, and it's spiderless. So, the biggest challenge for this planet will be energy, because I cannot do solar here. Yeah. I'm just letting the scan go. Actually, no, I don't need this. Let's stop the scan. I don't really need it anymore. I've seen enough. Stop the scans. Here we go. So thankfully, Nalva's. Let's see how big is Nalva's radius. I guess that's the actual size of the planet. I have to worry about. Okay. All right. So let's give this a go. Of course, this will hold my power right here. So, fuck it. Not putting that inserter there because that'll start launching. It's kind of annoying you can't just turn off the gun. You have to do it the roundabout way. Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of... Let's just dump them all in. There we go. Alright, so... let's start... Actually, let's start with the deciders, because they're going to be up top. I'm also building them in a logical way so that I can somewhat follow it. You know, what's connected to what. There. And then put the arithmetic combinators. Yeah, one tile down, just to have that bit of space to make things a bit easier to see. I purposely left a room here specifically for all these combinators. Also, Druss, I guess you weren't there for that, but my artillery outposts are up and running. So I don't have to worry about biters anymore. Sure, I think I've over-designed them a little, but Okay, let's get this wired up. Let's also make sure this wire goes here just in case. Yeah, that's all that matters in the end. Does it look good? Does it look neat? Okay, so yeah, that's how this is gonna go. So yeah, the main goal of tonight is to get space logistics running smoothly. So that I can start doing research a bit more consistently. Not having to manually go up and down to keep it going again. Okay, that's the wiring setup. So now I need to use the current signals it's receiving. Yeah, makes sense. I'm all out of iron up top. Okay, so you output iron ore. Let's just use the example that you take that and you subtract. You have 200. That way. So that way, it will always have 2 stacks of iron ore up there before it starts firing. Iron plates around, and the question is, do I want iron plate? Because those containers, they are 4x10 or 3x10. Also, hang on, I just want to. Yeah, I think 100 will be a safer bet. Oh, utility science packs are done. Good. Oh gosh. I'm now looking up again and I'm just realizing how much infrastructure I now need to actually establish in space to get science going. To get the next tier of science going. What is this? Material testing pack. Alright, yeah, let's just walk through it. So, utility science packs. I need to make cryonite rods, machine learning data. Machine learning data is made in supercomputers. Supercomputers need to be built in space to make complete like a surprise. Data reformatting. You make machine learning with blank card and thermofluid. Thermofluid is, I'm guessing, related to this. Thermofluid. Oh, fuck. And there's a thermal radiator which cools. The thermofluid starts hot. Okay. Makes sense, I guess, because it's fresh out of the factory. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I definitely just need to get these delivery cannons up and running to get any decent. On the plus side, you only need so much thermofluid. It's going to fill up. But I first need to make the biochemical facility, which again has the problem of I first need to get a space manufacturing going. Okay, so condition, iron plate is bigger than 0. We just output a check mark. Because it means you're all clear to fire. And this, I need to set you with check mark. You are enabled when check mark is bigger than 0, you'd think. Okay, I guess this because this condition is not considered true yet. All right, it's not receiving iron plate; it's receiving ore. There. So there, it's currently at -100, and then once iron ore is bigger than 0, output the check mark. This is the wrong way around. It needs to be like this. It needs because right now there's none. There's yeah. No, hang on. Because if I do this, I go back to the initial problem I'm having, where if the signal turns off. Okay, so there. As it goes up, it turns to -100. Fuck. Okay, I've got the logic messed up. Okay, so let's just run this through again. Takes iron plate, subtracts that value by 100. Should I do this the other way around? Because the thing is, I want to fail save this for when the signal drops away. So that's when iron plate hits 0. That's why you put iron plate below 100. You subtract 100. And that way only fire when iron plate. Yeah, so then output when it's bigger than 0. No. That's the wrong way around. Okay, now hang on. So by default, it's going to essentially be 0 minus 100. But at the same time, 0 minus 100, I need to set a condition. But this is also the condition when I'd want it to fire, when there's 0. What, am I supposed to essentially, like, always have 100 plates? No. That's not right. Oh, fuck. Thought I had this worked out, but now it's not working. It's not working right. Okay, so. Okay, so I receive signal from space. Negative. Plus. The thing is, yeah, I was just mentioned in passing, so I've never actually properly worked this out. I guess what I should do, essentially, is to turns out I think I am going to be needing where are you? Yeah. I am going to need a constant combinator. This thing is essentially going to act as the failsafe. I'm going to have one of these up in space. It's going to always be outputting a signal. Like, you know, for example, let's just have it output 1 iron. That way, the signal never hits 0, unless it completely falls away. So if I do this, introduce this here, this constant combinator, it's going to be up in space basically, because that way it'll lose the signal if the signal receiver turns off. Okay. Because it's sending out iron, it'll end up stacking with the other iron that's already up there. So, which means then via this, with this I then get rid of the difference that this introduces basically. So, for example, if this outputs a signal of 1, I just subtract 1. There, outputs a signal of -1. And now, hey there, Jelly Mist, how are you doing? Okay, so I have a constant that's outputting 1. That signal goes away. So when this happens, so once I lose, if the connection to space is lost, the signal here will turn to -1, which then gets passed to here. Which means you will only be enabled when this value is bigger than 1. For example. Oh, hello. Yeah. Just another biter attack that's gonna get smushed. Okay, so, okay, I think I'm getting there. -1, okay. Okay. So essentially, I use this now instead to control what gets how much gets fired up. Because you only are active when you're bigger than 1. And this here will essentially counteract it. Okay, I'm almost there. So I've got this, I've got that. I hope you're doing good, Jelly. Okay. Okay, so now at least I now have this is set up in such a way that when the signal is lost, it'll turn off. And now you just set this up in such a way that it fires up big enough stacks. Oh, nice. Which musical? Okay, so now I need to figure out the best way to... I'm going to use this guarantees it'll be -1. So if this... So you are enabled when you are bigger than, when the value of stone... Okay, so Kane. Ah, okay, Kane. Yeah, I vaguely know the name because of Caiaphas Kane, so I kinda, but not quite. But the musical is kind of shite. That's a shame. Okay. So output -1. Then I want this to be enabled when the signal it receives is above a certain value. No, below a certain value. Oh, damn it. Oh, I thought I had it, but I don't. Ah, okay, makes sense. I think I'm missing something. I'm missing a step in the logic here, and I'm not quite getting yet. Essentially, yeah, this only fires when the value of iron is within a certain range. Let's say from 0 to 200. The value of iron is between those numbers. I'm going to fire up. So I need to set something up. I have something set up now that'll account for a signal being lost because of the -1 here. So that section I've got covered. I just need to figure out the other half of this. So I only want this to shoot when either it's -1. Hang on, wait a minute. Doesn't the arithmetic combinator have another operation? Yeah, it also features and or XOR. So and is both need to be something, or is either or. XOR is excluding them. I don't think that can include ranges. Oh damn it! I thought I was done with programming, or programming logic rather. I just need to figure this out the first time, and then I don't need to worry about this anymore. Here's the thing, I never needed to use circuitry up until this point. At least in a vanilla game, you don't need circuitry. I mean, okay, then I still used it anyway, just, to control my oil. But that was that. Okay, hang on, I'm just gonna Fuck, I've forgotten how and... So what's the double greater than and less than? Okay, so I need... I've completely forgotten how these three work. Or what these two... What do these two mean? I don't think I've ever... Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, Jelly. I'm not quite sure what what operation this is supposed to be. Suffix attack, it's a turret. Okay. I think part of what will help this and is both on ores either one, source either one, but not both. Okay, so essentially and is when it gets something from both. So both conditions have to be true. Oh fuck, they're bit shifts. Right. Binary operations, you can do that. Okay. So basically I need two conditions to be true for this to fire. So I think that's going to require... Let's just put down 3 for now. There is greater than, less than, but the arithmetic combinator doesn't do those. The decider has those. Yeah, that's what I'm figuring, that's what I figured. So essentially here, let's put and here on this top one. And then... Okay, I'm assuming it needs a signal. Okay, I need to start using these. Something a bit more universal. Okay, so the thing is, this constant combinator basically introduces malice, so to speak. I can use this to introduce a negative. Only, can I set this to -1 off the right off the bat? Yes, I can set it to give a default of -1. But that's not gonna be handy, because that needs to be the other way around. So essentially, you put output signal B. You output signal A. Yes, I set it in the wrong way around. You set to AND, so no, A and, so A and B require to be true, at which point you set out a check mark. Now I just need to decide on these. This is a combinator which outputs... I mean, the question is, does it consider this true when the signal is positive? Or only when the signal, or is it considered false if the signal is 0? I'm not quite sure. I need to set up a test installation just to figure this system out. So here, let's take you, put you here, and then put down a chest which is supposed to represent the chest up in space, like so. Wire it all up. Okay, because now I can test it. I meant false. Don't mind my brain, it's fucky at the moment because I'm figuring out circuits. Okay, so let's just assume this outputs a signal of 1. This is basically the control signal. Then you take that, subtract, let's just say 2 from it. So you're currently receiving signal of -1, which should mean it's treated as a binary function. good to hear. Okay, then let's put some iron plates in here as a measuring stick. So like this. Currently, this is now in the range where I want the cannon to fire. So this here is the control signal, essentially, to ensure that should I lose reception, A will turn to false, which I guess means if A gets put to 0. Oh, fuck, I've never. If we did do binary functions in uni, I've forgotten how they work. Oh no, hang on, we did them during crypto. But I forgot to that. Okay. And then this essentially is going to set the range where, okay, no, input of, again, iron. It's just, they're separate. Technically, this is just here to count as filling up the chest. Iron, subtract 200 from that. And it's currently outputting negative 100. Okay. And now it's not outputting a signal because on the plus side, so if I put, so let's see. So now if I turn you off, okay, now you start outputting the signal again. It needs to be set up so that it's not transcending anything. So I set this to -2. It's outputting. I guess I set to 1. Okay, now you're still outputting. So you're receiving signal of 100, turning it negative 100. Currently, oh, hang on, let me turn you off. Okay, signal's lost. It's turned off. No, now the signal's on. Ah! Okay, so if I just flip that, you're not outputting something. You're outputting. You're not out. It's kind of weird when I rub my mouth, okay. Yeah, so it does it bitwise and again, yeah, so this has modulo, there's the bit shift. All input signals on the red and green wires are summed up within the combinator. The specified operation is performed on the selected signals. The result of the operation is output. Left operand. Can be any signal. Using division. Modulo. Dang it, this it doesn't include. Also, I just realized I misspelled space. Let me fix that. There we go. Oops. Okay. Okay, again, take it from the top. I'm looking to have this active in the range between 0 and 200. Let's just start with there. So this subtracts 200 from it, from the signal. That way that, you know, once this value hits 200, it'll start becoming positive, essentially. So let's actually turn this into 192. That way it becomes a positive once it hits 200. This is the control signal. I'll see if I'm going a radar. There's an expansion. How rude. Get out of here. Oh, that's quite an expansion. Nope. This is why I love artillery. Oh, in fact, this is the artillery train parked to my base, which I used to resupply the outposts. Oh, there's another base expansion here that needs to be squashed. There we go. Any other expansions I'm not aware of? May as well squish that. That looks like a new expansion. Let's get rid of you. No expansions detected here. There's another expansion. There we go. And a few expansions have been spotted up here. Are these expansions? I don't think so. But I'm definitely getting rid of those over there. Okay, there we go. That's that little distraction dealt with. Now, back to cracking my brain over this. I feel like I am massively overthinking this. I just used deciders here. This thing outputs a generic signal. This does not need to be iron. This outputs my control signal. Yeah, let's call it the info signal. Give it a value of 1. There. Okay, you are true when the control signal equals 1. So you now output a true signal, info signal. It actually needs to output something. So when you are true, just output the dot. That's what it's currently doing. It's outputting a dot, so I need to set you to accept the dot. And then this one receives the iron plate signal. And it checks if iron plate. And it returns true if iron plate is smaller than 200. At which point you will output the green signal. And there we go. Now it outputs a check mark because both are true. So now if I turn this off, it's no longer outputting the true condition. And so now I set this. When you are bigger than 0, you are active. There we go. I figured it out. I was a case of overcomplicating it. Okay, so first things first, I need to set up the controls. I can set up the control signal. Okay, so now I can take this concept. I can just, if I do this, it's going to just, yeah, it's going to copy, right? And it also copies, yeah, okay. And then all I need to do is change this. Okay, that's going to make things easier. Let's just get rid of these bots. There we go. Basically leaving this here as a template to remind myself. Yeah. This is more important. Dang it. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough deciders. The important thing is I have it figured out. Now I can basically just copy paste this. Okay. Alright. Now it's time to set up the wiring. I could probably, yeah. Too late now. But yeah, I could just do it like this. Okay, now the thing is, these are currently not going to work because the control signal isn't active. Yeah, so you are set up correct. You are going to be copper. So, yeah, but the control signal is turned off, so it's not going to activate. You are steel. Heat sinks. How far do they stack up again? So let's... There. Put these bolts back in. Heatsink stack up to 50 if memory serves. So heat shield and then set you to 100. Load densities. Oh, I could just check this. Yeah, 50. 50. Basically, I'm limiting to 2 stacks. If there's more than 2 stacks in there, it's gonna stop. Glass. I'm doing good. I had to work today, but now it's time to chill with Factorio. And plastic stacks up to 100 as well, so I can just do this. Okay, things are just chugging along on my end pretty much. Okay, with this set up, now it's time to head up to space and install the control signal. Yeah, the help desk is open on Saturdays. But in return, I'm free on a work day, so it balances out. What happened to my steel? Okay, but there we go. The important thing is, this is now set up. Once I activate the control signal, it'll be ready to fire. Now, what happened to my steel production? Oh, it's just inefficient. It's just not enough. Okay, fair enough. Let's recycle my life support capsules. Load in the pod. Insufficient. I'm producing an insufficient amount inefficiently. Okay, I'm on board. It's set to the landing pad. Let's go. That's another thing I am not looking forward to automating. The cargo rocket. Oh fuck, because every single one needs a pod. Oh god, pods are expensive. Basically, I guess I need to use the pod, like the capsule, like I use. I'm not on the moon. I'm Here we go. Let me just. I'm in orbit. Ooh, thanks for the resub, Midnight. Appreciate it. How you doing, my man? So yeah. So let me just get. Here we go. This is my planet. I'm currently just, you know, in orbit around this planet. There's the moons. There's the moons to go to. There's the planet. Some more planets. They're turned off during the daytime, apparently. This includes the star. It's turned off during the daytime. And the thing is, the next planet for me to head to is this one. The one that's furthest away. Because it has the resource I need. So that's gonna be fun. Yes! Not just planets, the star turns itself off during the daytime. Okay, this is the control signal box. I'm guessing it's just a quirk of the game. But yeah. Or rather a quirk of the mod. Because I'm playing a modded game. Okay, there we go. Control signal on. Oh, I turned it off. Control signal on. So now... Yeah, they are receiving... Oh, I didn't set... Oh, right, I turned all the guns off because of panic. I didn't actually set the stack inserters yet, so they need to be set to check mark being bigger than 0. No, like I said, vanilla Factorio, I did avoiding signals just fine. Circuits just fine, rather. I mean, I use it more for convenience things, like managing my oil cracking better. I was hoping to avoid it as long as possible. Like, I knew it was inevitable that at some point I'd have to actually start using these bloody things. Let the record show. I just Wasn't expecting it to be this soon. Okay. Time to turn on the railguns. Oh, you're always on. Okay. There we go. Railguns are active. And now they're... Oh, okay, the chest already has some stuff in there, so it should turn off for some of them. Alright, space delivery is now hopefully set up without exploding the landing zone. Also, Jelly Mist, yeah, you weren't there for that, but for my first trip up, I was limited in terms of supplies that I could take up, and I wasn't quite sure what I needed. So I accidentally took all of the lube up with me. Because I got two of these just loaded up with lubricant. So yeah, in fact, I have another container up here that's just loaded with barrels of lube. Okay. Nah, man, it's a space dragon you gotta watch out for. Okay. Research. Preferably, I want to start working towards logistics. Because those are pretty important to get. All these other techs, they are different facilities that I just cannot make. Yes, well, why do you think I fired up that much? Okay. Another thing that I could do is I could go and research the other tree, the production tree. Just so that I have it already. But that needs vulcanite processing. And I don't even have cryonite processing set up. I first need to get machine learning supercomputers set up before I can even think about these other techs. You know what? Yes. The earlier you get these, the better. It's 1,000. I researched artillery, which was 2,000. Fuck it. I need time to get this set up here. Like, for example, to set up this. Let's start need to start automating scaffold production. Thankfully, no. Thank goodness not. Let me get the recipe up for them out. The supercomputers are used to make... Where are they? Here. Supercomputers are used to make machine learning data. And the machine learning data is then used to turn into science packs. So thankfully, I don't need to bother programming those. Okay. Space scaffolding. What did you need again? Fuck, I always lose track of where space scaffolds are. Here. Low density heat steel. Low density heat. Oh, fantastic. There's one every side. I know how to space things. I'm just fuck it. Let's just take the lazy option. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, don't forget this is a mod. Like, I am past vanilla at this point. Let me just get the tech tree out. Let me just get the set. Where are you? That's rocket reusability. Here we go. This is where the vanilla tech tree ends. So you know, that's where you have these standard science packs. You've got your oil stuff. All of that. There are some changes to this, because the mod pack does change some of the base recipes. But yeah, this is where vanilla ends. And now I've got all of... Oh, look, the tech tree. Hang on. I'm here. Har, har, har. Let me just look up, because here we go. Spaceship Victory. This is the final tech. I'm only about halfway into the tree. If even I like in terms of stuff I actually have going, I'm actually not even halfway. I'm more a quarter of the way through. I guess I'm up to here. Vanilla ends here. 1/5 of the way in. Yeah, good luck. I'm definitely gonna need luck and help. A lot of help. Okay, just get this set up this way. Scaffold production is set up. By blue, I need blue electric to make sure that these keep going, but okay, you're loaded up. Oh, right, I need to also adjust this chest here. It needs a matching. So science is currently stalled because no rocket fuel is being fired up. I can deposit some of my own. I should have some rocket fuel in some of these. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Just take that. That way the science is gonna keep going. Okay, so I need another control signal. Fuck. Ah, there. I lost track of where the freaking combinate. Freaking. There we go. Okay, that's the setup. Now some of the important things are being assembled. I have... right. This also needs to be set up so that I get enough space pipe. I've got 100 space pipe now. That should do the trick just for some basic piping business. Alright, let's return to the surface and make sure that stone and fuel actually gets sent back. Oh, hang on, I need to grab some. Alright, I have so many materials I took. Oh, what? Okay, I guess those space pipes are already up here. Because there is like essentially a care package waiting for you up here when you get up here the first time. Constant combinators, they knew. And then there's even more lube and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, this is not enough. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I need... Actually, yeah, I just need a bit more rocket fuel. 1, 2, 3. 3 stacks. Do the trick to get me home. No, not quite. Okay, yeah, I need to land here to adjust these. The disco ball, that's the laboratory. That's where the science happens. Turns out you do science with disco. Okay. Okay, let's be... Okay, so you two are turned off. Good. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. There's just a bit of rocket fuel just lying loose. Let me pick that up. Okay, yeah, that's you connected to there. There we go. Set you up. Stone stacks up to 100, right? No, stone stacks up to 50. So I need to set you to 100. Set you to the stone signal. Rocket fuel stacks up to 10. So I'm gonna set you. Where's rocket fuel again? Rocket fuel. Let's set you to 40 because of the smaller size. Okay. Now I just need to get this all wired. It's gonna go back onto there. Let's play it safe and turn it into a red signal. Okay, then you are enabled. A check mark. Oh no, wait. That. When dot and that equals that, output check mark. They should be receiving the control signal. Alright, you're disabled because there's enough stone already, right? Right, because I'm pretty sure I filled the chest up already. Yeah, so it needs to wait for these to empty out. Let's see, so you are currently, yeah, looking good, looking good. Yeah, you're current. Okay, this should be fine now. Let's re-enable these guns. They're going to immediately fire because they're full. Okay, now everything important should be getting fired up into space. So now it's time to fix production shortages, like my heat shield shortage. Like, okay, because if I look here, okay, yeah, they're currently all turned off because the chests up top are full. Right, I need to actually get in range to plop down a radar there. Got that signal. 27 entities are missing the material. Are some of the radars here not done? I mean, some of the solar panels. Oh, it looks finished. Okay, so first off, yeah, my heat shields are definitely completely inadequate because it's just these four. So I need to make sure. The problem is this is not set up right because of the fact that there's other stuff weaving through here. But my bigger problem is my severe shortage of steel. I could start replacing them with industrial furnaces because electric furnace, they have the same crafting speed, lower pollution though. The problem is I can shove productivity modules into these, but I do not have beacons up yet, so I don't quite know if that's worth it yet. I could just still use the basic furnaces. How's my iron? Yeah, my iron plates are loaded. That's all nice. In fact, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to change this up now. So let's do that first. Yeah, so currently a big bottleneck is steel. So I have to fix that. And the first way I can fix this is by actually having a full red belt come in. But this little intersection here has become a bit of a spaghetti bowl, so excuse me a moment while I untangle this. So I have 3 belts coming in. I got a belt here. Actually, yeah, I think what's gonna make it simple. Got a belt here. So what I could do, just break this off, is shift it like this. That gives me a new entry point, and I can just boop, boop, boop. Yes, I'm making the spaghetti worse. Oh, I don't care. Okay. They should at least get steel. The thing is, it does reach the end. Let me see. If it's a full belt going, it's roughly this size that you can do. Hang on. What goes into productivity modules? Oh, right. Yeah, the base productivity modules are way cheaper now. The thing is +4 productivity worth it for the -10 speed? I don't think so. I'm gonna end up producing less. Sure, I'm gonna produce more because the resources are gonna go more thanks to productivity. 4 productivity means that every each time it crafts, it adds on 4%. So 100 divided by 4 is a value. It's not even with like this, it's not quite fully feeding it. I think it might be for the best to shut down steel production for a little bit while I revamp the belt. Just that it can support more. Yes, okay, yeah, let's shut this down. Let's break these 2 off, let them empty out, so my inventory doesn't get bogged down. Let's make sure I actually have furnaces in my logistics stack. Yes, let's empty out because yeah, I need to revamp this. One thing I should consider probably. Oh, just a turret. Is to go to industrial furnaces. They have double the crafting speed of electric furnaces. And the oh, fuck. They consume quite a bit more power. They take up roughly 3 times more power. One industrial furnace, without upgrades. 2 electric furnaces for 1 industrial furnace. But 2 electric furnaces is cheaper than one industrial furnace. Than one industrial furnace power grid wise. Okay, industrial furnaces are right now not worth it. Because I'm still not fully sold yet to my power grid situation. Because I'm still on fully solar. I could go start doing nuclear, but I do not have Covarex. So keeping nuclear running is going to be a pain without Covarex. So yeah. Okay, this is now emptied out. Let's get myself... Yeah, let's get another storage warehouse built. Just so that there's going to be enough storage space for... Alright, there's also this vestigial coal belt. I don't think that coal belt does anything anymore. But it's still got coal on it for some reason. Let's see. You go here. You go here. Oh. And then you go here, across here, there, and right dually to my processed fuel production. Okay, so this coal belt is still important. Because it's what's fueling my furnaces. Okay, the reason it's like this is there used to be a coal patch here. And that was more convenient at the time before the train network got going, so I just did some wiggling just to get the coal in. What do you think's powering the conveyor belts? Because they don't need power, so it's just kobolds just working away underneath them. Don't worry, I take good care of them. I could just take the coal across like this, like that. But I'm gonna need the space. Okay, so let's just find what needs to be torn down to define its boundaries. So yeah, like this. Let's turn off my own robots so that my inventory doesn't get loaded up with junk. Take you, slap it down here, just to make sure I have enough storage space for all the junk that's about to get picked up. I'm gonna have so much stuff to pull from in my logistics network once I get their upgrade. Okay, tear it down. Just tear all of this down. And to be on the safe side, let's also get rid of this section here, just so that I have the space that I want. Electric furnaces should be being... Are they? Yes, they are. Okay, I don't need steel furnaces anymore. Oh, if I'm putting down electric furnaces, I will not need this processed fuel line anymore. This section, the steel production definitely needs to be torn down and revamped. The downside is, one big downside, unfortunately, is space. But space is something I don't need to worry about anymore because I have artillery. I need to wait for the logistics boss to actually deliver the electric furnaces. Because where are they actually? Let's see, electric furnaces are being produced. Somewhere. Here, Union electric furnaces. Follow this belt. Here they are. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's in exactly the wrong spot. Oh well. It is what it is. But okay, so clearly I do have a chest for electric furnaces somewhere. Because they are in my logistics thing. Guess maybe they're in storage? Here they come. So yeah, one problem is electric furnace. It's about, yeah, it's 1.5 times the size of steel furnaces. Okay, yeah. Electric furnaces are not actually part of the logistics network. I think I just had a stack with me and I put that into storage at some point. So let's make sure they're actually part of the logistics network now. There we go. Yeah, okay, the factory's now gonna grind to a halt because there's no steel anywhere anymore. But it's a necessary upgrade. Plus, electric furnaces, hang on, what's the speed penalty on these? Energy consumption, 50% energy consumption. Yeah, so if I were to put 2 speed modules into wood, then it would come out as more expensive power-wise. Because electric furnaces have 2 module slots. Memory serves. Yeah, 2 module slots. Max consumption is that, and if I put the 2 speed modules in, let's see, it was 500 roughly. Put in the 2 speed modules, and the power consumption becomes, it basically doubles it to 300, and it now has a crafting speed of 2.8 instead of 2. That's not worth the trade-off right now. So it's gonna have to be like this for now. Okay. So let's try and make a compact design using 2 substations. Okay, an idea is forming. Let's just slap this built down for reference. And what I want to try is this. Nah, dumb idea. Because I'm going to be limited by belt speed if I do it that way. Well, more so than if I were to do it that way, because then I'd have 2 belts. Okay, I could potentially use that to get a 3rd belt in, but if that's really worth the effort, I don't know. Okay, so let's get this set up. Oop, I need that substation. Let's just put you there for now. Okay, like so. Needs to line up with the substation. So yeah. Oh. Now I can take this substation and squeeze it in just to make it a bit more compact. Here. So now I've got to set up the inserters. There we go. And now, up, up. There we go. And now the swarm of construction bots are going to arrive. Lovely. Yeah, leave this here so that acts as a bit of a balancer. And there we go. That's the new steel plant active. There should be more than it was earlier. I do wish I could actually tell what my max solar potential was. Because solar only produces as much as your factory actually needs. Oh, wait, that's on the same belt. Right, because these two are merging there. That was dumb. I'm just gonna do this. Put up. There we go. Alright, let's see. At the rate these are producing, in terms of iron coming in. I think this needs to be a little bigger. So, let's make it bigger. Steel is always the part I struggle with to get enough of, so I'm just gonna do a lot of them this time. Look at those bots go. Alright. Appreciate you dropping by, Dress. Okay. Whoop. Now the true test begins. In terms of if this is too big or not. Because I don't quite... Actually, here, let me work it out. So, this thing... steel production... Steel plate. You need at least 5 every 16 seconds. Let's do some. Let's get the calculator out. So one needs 3.2 per second to craft, and a red belt can move 30 items a second. That doesn't sound right. Fuck it. Fuck math. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Fuck it. But yeah, I'm always severely lacking on steel, so now I'm gonna overcompensate a little. I mean, look at all of this. They're all active, and it's still not producing a full red belt of steel. That's how slow it goes. This is about as big as I can let it be, too. Oh, some bots crashed. Okay, that should alleviate the steel problem a little. What is soaking up steel here? Right, it's ammo, probably. That reminds me. Right, the reason this turret keeps getting dinged is because of a wall issue. There. Right, so if steel... I guess that's a better rate than it was before. Hard to tell. I definitely have more furnaces going now, though, than before, so steel production is definitely higher now. I think actually I've kind of hit the limit. But that's still... Just look at how few... Oh, I struggle so much with steel always. Okay, now how's my power grid looking? Accumulator charge is hanging in there. Yeah, in fact, the solar panels are starting to kick on again. Oh no, wait, no, this is over the last 10 minutes. I need to look at this. Yeah, here we go. Solar panels are kicking off, and okay, that's not made much of a dent in the accumulator bank. Okay, so I should be good actually for quite a bit of power expansion. Honestly, the big problem, like I've been saying a lot, is I am just not making enough steel. I have to crank up steel production by so much. I'm looking at the wrong part of the factory. Yeah, here. So all of this, it's going up. This mini bus is filling up, and okay, this area is starting to, fill up and goes through here. Then steel. Okay, science area. Start not using any steel right now because science is not being shipped up. Yeah, look at just. I need to set up another steel plant. I need to set up another steel plant. How am I going to be doing that? Got a nice iron deposit up there, although I'm currently digging up this one here, which is nicer. Iron deposit here that I need to get out of the way at some point, otherwise it's gonna get built over. And hello, that's quite an expansion over there. We're not having any of that. Get these expansions out of here. There we go. Expansions splattered. Okay, yeah, so I need to move all of this going. I just have to accept that it's gonna go slow while I get other techs up. It's definitely producing more than it was earlier, which is good, but the problem is things are gonna go slow. At the same time, having it go slow is not too bad. It gives me time to get other things set up. Oh, hello? Yeah, right. I attack the artillery outpost. Okay, so... what's the next major thing for me to work on? I need to get space manufactory set up. I'm now actually firing up the things I need to start getting the space base established. Let's get some of this junk out of my inventory. Okay, so I need to establish the space base. So, because I need to get the fundamentals set up for the next set of technologies. So let's go and plan that out, just so that I know what I'm need to. If there's something I'm not yet shipping up, where I get that. So here we go. So here, to assemble you, processing units, low density structures, space assembly machines. Processing units I cannot fire up. They need to be shot off via cargo rocket. So I'm going to make sure to have some processing units on me. But let's start here. Big electric, low density, fast inserters, space, and some cosmic water. Okay, so that's the first thing. Just getting a second space manufactory up is going to be handy. Because then I'll have a space manufactory I can dedicate to building the other buildings, such as the biochemical facility, which needs more. Okay, so I have to take big electric up with me. That's definitely going to be a requirement. So let's make sure I grab a few stacks of those. Here we go, big electric. Going stacks of 50. Okay, let that build up for a bit while I think a bit further. Okay, so I got the biochemical facility. That's the decontamination. Clear substances, use sterile environments, and prepares liquids for use in low pressure conditions. I guess it's the decontamination facility I need for the thermofluid? No, it's made in the biochemical facility. Okay. Biochemical facility, sulfur. No, that's to make thermofluid. That's later. I just need to get the biochemical. I just need to get the actual facilities up and running first. Low density structures, they're being fired up. Glass is being shot up. Set of machines I have. Pumps I can handcraft. That's all good. Okay. Next up, I'm going to want a thermal radiator. More big electric, copper being shot up, space pipes are being arranged, pumps are being arranged. In fact, I'm firing up the base materials I need to craft pumps in the first place, so pumps are good. Supercomputer, processing unit, got those on me. Okay, so because I just want to get the base, just get one going, get one running, just so I've got it, and so that I can start planning it out a little bit. Okay, so in general, I have all the bits and pieces I need to get established. It's just a big hurdle is first getting the next space manufactory going, because it also needs cosmic water. Do you need a fluid? No, you don't. Okay, now the problem will be that this will start straining the power grid up in space. I need to start thinking about that as well. How to do that? I can fire fuel up, I can fire water up, so I could set up steam engines up in space. Or set up turbines. The big problem is the space requirements. Let's see, how many scaffolds have been made while I've been busy? Right, it's probably stalled. No scaffolds. Wow, have no scaffolds been shot up? Wait. What? You're outputting the signal. Why are you disabled? You should be active. Yeah, it's outputting the check mark. Enable when check mark is bigger than 0. Why are you turned off? You're not actually receiving the check mark. Oh, okay, I see what happened. Cable got put on the wrong side. There we go. Does accidentally connect to the input side, not the output side. Just a bit hard to see. Oh, yeah, look at that. That one's also been messed up. Wrong button. Oh, yeah, it's hard to see, but it's set up right now. Okay. Since you're currently... Yeah, I've got... Okay. And these are all set up. Okay. Space deliveries are happening. Scaffolding is being made. You have stalled freight due to a shortage of blue electric. So we need to head up anyway. Alright, let's gather the resources I need. So give me all of you. And just to be on the safe side, I will be taking along a bunch of processing units. Because those are a pain to craft. Alright, let's go back to space. Also, I'm going to have to set up a loop and water cannon at some point. But, I still have a lot of loop to go through. Oh, I was afraid for a moment I didn't get on board. Time for some coffee. More like back to an asteroid, because that's what I'm on right now. Okay, so you are low on... Oh, you're actually low on low densities. Well, I have a few spare low densities that I can put in. It's more important that this keeps going. Okay, the annoying thing is there isn't a nice convenient spot for me to plug into the cosmic water. Because I need to put one of these down. If I put it here... Get some space piping. There's the cosmic water it needs. Let's shove in the big electric. Let's shove in densities. It needs inserters. It needs assemblers. And it lastly needs heat shields. There we go. Finally, I'm actually making more manufacturers. Okay, if this were a moon, it'd be the moon from the what was it? The Little Prince? Something like that? The children's book? I can only hold one. Oh, wow, they barely stack. Great. Okay, it's complaining about... Right, because it wants to clean... Oh, that scrap up. That's what the alert was about the entire time. Okay, wow. Okay, space manufactories do not stack. Good to know. But I need the one. Okay, so up next, give me a biochemical facility. I need to craft myself the pumps. Don't have glass on me, but I can just yoink some glass from here. Oh wow, you need a decent amount of glass. Okay, I just gotta wait for the pumps to be done. And here we go, time to make the first proper space exploration facility. The bio... Oh boy, you're a big one. Yes, they absolutely do. Okay, crap. Fucking hell, you are big. Oh, fucking hell. I knew that was coming. Oh, jeez. Oh wow, this thing can do quite a few things. It can make water from steam, it can make methane gas, sulfuric acid, chemical gel. It can make slush if you want a slushy. But this is what I'm... Oh, I didn't take any sulfur, right? Because I didn't think it would be necessary. But I don't have the chemical gel at the moment. Anyway, I need some production for that too. Okay. But slowly but surely making progress. So this is what I need to work on. And then this is what it looks like in terms of output. How do I make chemical jelly? Chemical jelly. They also require a biochemical facility. And petroleum? Water, cosmic water? Okay, fuck. Okay, so I do need to start yeeting those two. Petroleum. Can petroleum be barreled? Yes, petroleum can be barreled. Good. I need to set up a fluid launch site. One that's able to recycle the barrels. Which, guess what? We'll use more circuit bullshittery to make sure the barrels get distributed evenly. But I can't just send petroleum up. But I do have to craft myself another biochemical facility. Thanks for the hydrate. Let me go have a sip. Okay. You know, I'm kind of jinxing things here probably, but it's been a while since someone used a gender bender redeem. Alright, there. So now I have those two. So now I have the ability to produce... Yep, there it is. Alright, there we go. For 1 hour. Oh, right, it's... There we go. And let me set the timer, because it's for 1 hour. Yeah, Midnight's been around for a while, so he's definitely got the points. Okay, now I need to set this up. I've lost my biochemical facilities. There they are. Okay, so let's have you up here, and then have a gap of one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave a bit of a gap. You are going to be making me jelly. You are going to be making. No. Yeah, you're going to be making chemical jelly. Now, how was Dark and Darker? It doesn't really sound like my kind of thing, because I vaguely recall being described as Tarkov, but medieval, and that's just not my kind of thing. Yes, I am busy making you. Although it's called chemical gel, but I'm just calling it jelly. Gonna rub you all over stuff. Okay, let's get some space piping. It goes like that. And then I'll need to set up heavy... I am starting with a few heavy oil barrels. Yeah, at this point I'm not even... I'm gonna request a storage chest. Oh, let's go to you. Space rail for trains in space. So I'm going to want to put an unbarreler here. You will unbarrel... Even the Goblin Cave has it. Not quite sure what you're referencing with that, but here. Hey, no, hang on, that's a bad idea. What I actually want to do. Oh, Goblin Slayer. I don't really watch anime. There. Hey, perfect. Perfect fit. There we go. So that'll be the heavy oil uncorker. That also leaves very little bit of space for launching the barrels back. The thing is, I'm being very careful because these things here are where I need to expand my space platform, and as you well, they produce pretty slowly, unfortunately. There's currently a lack of steel. There's a lack of steel because steel is still not producing sufficient quantities, of course. Okay, but I'm getting the basics of getting a thermo fluid set up. And the thing is, this thermo fluid, first thing that needs to happen to it is it needs to be cooled. So, let's get my space manufactory. I should put this somewhere more semi-permanent where I can actually... So I don't need to constantly pick it up and put it down. Ooh. Not quite. I need one more. Hey, jeez, how much space does this thing need? I've already almost used up all of my scaffolding. Just trying to get enough space for this manufactory. That should be... Cannot build an empty space. Is there a gap somewhere I missed? Okay then. There we go. Okay, so now I need to build one of these, a thermal radiator. I'm going to handcraft the copper cabling, 200 of it. Yeah, you know, that's way too much to handcraft. That's just gonna take too long. So I'm just gonna... Oh, hey, look at that. Let's see. Produces at... It makes 2 per. So it's a 1 full stack of copper. Oh, the trick. There we go. I require 4 more pumps. Let's put in the big electric. Let's put in the space pipe. There are pipes for space. And I need the pumps. So I need to gather some steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I just gotta wait for the rest to craft. Plus side mining productivity is about... The next tier of mining productivity is about to finish. But yeah, I'm starting to... No, cosmic water is still fine. But yeah, so I'm also going to need to set a fluid. So, fluid cannons, basically. I'm pretty sure they just shove the barrels into the railguns. You don't even bother putting it into a proper package. And it's the longest I've gone without an accident when it comes to the railguns. So, hey, progress. Ugh, why am I 1 short? And the pumps. Pump. There. Okay, so there's the first thermal radiator. Let's put you, let's say, here. Because this way, I'm essentially going to be able to build it in a loop. So if I have the thermal radiator there, next up I need the supercomputer. Supercomputer, you. This is where you come in, this is where you go in, and this is where you go in. Nope, I made 2 by accident. Oh well. Mining productivity done. Very nice. I'm now going to be getting more from my oil fields. Condenser turbine. Yeah, these are going to become important down the line. 75% of the energy efficiency, but 99% of steam is returned as water. So this way, I need to occasionally, put more water into this system, and then all I need to do is fire fuel. And hey, I'm already delivering rocket fuel up into space, so I may as well use rocket fuel to to power the boilers. I better strap those boilers down, lest they turn into rockets themselves. Do I actually have access to better steam generators? Yeah, because I have the boiler. The problem is they only produce up to a certain temperature. I do have the electric boiler. Create steam from water using electric energy. Process 90% energy efficiency, so you don't gain energy. High temperature steam can be used for energy storage. Low temperature steam can be used for crafting. Okay, so I think my best bet is still just the base boiler. I don't have anything for us in between. Okay, anyway, supercomputer. There. Now I have a basic loop. One that, if necessary, can get topped off, and it'll just stop when it's full. Right, I need to actually set the recipe that you cool off. That you cool it off. Let's see, how long do you take to cool off? 10 seconds, and you take 10 seconds to craft machine learning data at... You need 5 a go. You produce at 10 a go. Right, you make, you cool off. You cool off at... Oh, and hey, look at that. 1 thermal fluid is lost. So this can potentially cool for at least 4. 5, not quite. Every 10th cycle, the 5th one's gonna miss out. So this, hey, so the second one I accidentally crafted I can actually use. Would you look at that? The problem is then, how am I going to supply it? Then it's basically only going to be long-handed inserters if I do it like this. But considering it just needs electronic circuits and blank data cards, that's not too bad. Because that's just one belt, essentially. So that's the supercomputer array setup. Green electric circuits, I cannot fire them up. I'm going to have to craft them. And I already can, thankfully. How many do you need? 2. That's not too bad. 2. Yeah, I can craft these up here. The thing is, the blank data cards... how do you even make those? They need a space manufacturing. They need polished data storage substrate. Which is made with either cosmic water or chemical gel, which needs rough data storage substrate, which produce... Oh, right, this is one of those recipes that produces scrap, and some stuff's being damaged. Blank data cards need advanced circuits. Oh. Oh, the pain. Hang on, stretch it. There we go. Much better. So, either I make of cosmic water... Oh, cosmic water makes scrap. And then contaminated cost. So I need to recycle the cost of contaminated water. Or chemical gel. But this contaminated cosmic water, that can be cleaned up in a decontamination facility. I need to find a recipe. There. Okay, so... so that makes... Okay, so that makes contaminated scrap, caustic water, and contaminated biosludge. Okay, what do I do with contaminated scrap and contaminated biosludge? It gets turned into biosludge. What is biosludge used for? I have absolutely no idea. I don't think I have any recipes right now that need biosludge. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to use the chemical gel. Oh yeah, and I don't need this right now. Methane ice processing. I've got methane ice up here. The problem is the solar panels are built on top of it, but I can turn it into processed fuel. I can turn it into methane gas and methane ice, which is cryonite. Water ice. Okay, that's nice and all. I could improve my rocket. I could get hypercooling, performance heat. I don't need the I don't need that hypercooling quite yet. I could get the next tier of automation. That's not what I'm struggling with. Fluid isothermic generator. Requires liquid fuel with an energy value to generate electricity. Simple and compact, but lacks the energy efficiency of bigger steam-based systems. Designed for... So, I could take... Because I think I could turn solid rocket fuel back into liquid fuel, or I could just fire it up. And let's see, what temperature do you output at? Oh no, you adjust. All right, you just consume it and produce it. Okay, but you produce at 2.5 megawatts of power. Just 2 megawatts actually. How much does the base one produce at? You produce at, yeah, you produce at in the kilowatt range. The condenser turbine produces. Okay, right. There's 3 different values. So you make 1.8 at steam, that much steam. I don't have, yeah, so I need to use the electric. Yeah, the thing is, using electric boiler to power one of these is redundant. I don't have a way of getting higher temperatures except for nuclear. In that case, yeah, having the fluid isothermic generator. Plus, this will be a good tech to bootstrap power for other planetary bases. Excuse me. Out of curiosity, does biosludge become relevant here? No, it does not. I have no idea what this is used for. Nutrient extract. What do you do? You turn to biological science packs. Okay, that you are a long ways off. Don't need to. More efficient simulation by combining multiple disciplines. Okay, interesting. I can get more facilities. I cannot upgrade my artillery, unfortunately. I could improve my weaponry, which I don't need right now. My defenses are flat solar panels. A high efficiency solar panel that you can walk on. This should make expanding my power grid easier then. Because I'm guessing I can just... They don't have to be placed on ground. I can just put them down anywhere. That could be handy. Vulcanite to rocket fuel. Don't need that right now. Yeah, let's go to flat solar panels. They'll be perfect for Flat Fuck Fridays. Okay, let's go to my to-do list. More power. Dunzo. Let's just check that off. Okay. So I need to make a shopping list for things I need to start launching into space. Let's start from the top. For supplying this, I need to start launching water and petroleum. I do. Space. Launch water. Space. Water, heavy oil, petro, sulfur, cosmic water needs, okay, just water and lubricant. I may as well get lube set up just so that I don't, because you don't want to run out of lubricant. Don't want that happening. Don't want to have things grind to a halt. Welcome back to us. Okay, so make sure to start firing up the loop at some point. sulfur, heavy oil, chemical gel, which is you, which is set up. I also need to set up, this is going to be a separate one. Barrel recycling. Uh-oh. A turret got where? Oh. What the? That's a... What the fuck? Okay, how do you... Why can I not use my artillery targeting remote from space? How do you use it from space? Okay, well the thing is, this place is set up. It's not repairing. I didn't leave repair bots here. Okay. Alright, change of plans. I gotta head down right now. I need myself some of that lovely, lovely rocket fuel. And thankfully, I can just land wherever I want with this, so I'm going to be landing right here. Hopefully, it's not going to be a jerk and heavy drop in the middle of the base. Alright, that looks good. There we go. And now let's leave behind my construction bots. There we go. Now this place can actually fix itself. Okay. And, but speaking of fixing problems... Right, this is actually only in range of that gun. Oh, no, wait, no, there we go. Another one's contributing. Oh, dear. Oh, well, they should manage. It might be a breach, but... They'll get repaired. I really need to start putting down double walls everywhere now. But okay, they were very cheeky with that expansion. I could probably do it with just setting up another artillery base here. Just to ensure that this section has coverage. There's a bit of a gap between these two. Or just, you know, set some artillery, like, you know, here. It's just that I'm not reliant on this one gun for this particular section. Yeah, it's gonna be worthwhile to set up. But, yeah. Oh, hey, the supply train is here. I can just use that. I can just use this to hitch right back to base. Okay, so let me just double check my space shopping list. Okay. Water, heavy oil, petro, sulfur, and lube. I also need to set up a recycling system. That's its own separate task. What more do I need? Is there anything else I need to fire up? I'm shooting up plastic, so I can also make red circuits up in space. So, and to make these, I'm already firing up what I need to fire up into space. Scrap. Right, I also need to start setting up scrap handling. That's also going to be important. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for this one, just so I don't have to deal with the contaminated water. That's another facility. I do not have the space scaffolding for too many facilities at the moment. Oh, but I need to make a decontamination facility anyway for this. Okay, so I need to make sure I can craft one of those. I should have the parts for that. Okay, well, I need to quickly go pop off to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, and back. Okay, so I think actually that's it in terms of what I need to shoot up. Because I need to add sulfur to the list of things that get fired up. Yeah, everything else, most other things are already being dealt with, so okay. Okay, so, hang on, I thought I saw an attack somewhere that should not be having an attack. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, Druss, something fun I spotted. This spider base, it's locked. it's it's a it's a natural reserve. So I'm gonna leave those be. This is a relaxing way also just to spend the game. This is a nice way to take a break. Just travel the train as it goes through the factory. Have a bit of water. Go past the tracks that are still damaged from the coronal mass ejection. There we go. Ah, nice. Yeah, my big ball neck is steel. I can just never seem to make enough of it. Alright, let's let the boss do their delivery while I plan this out. Okay. So, I've got another cannon to add to this array, sulfur. Because out of my shopping lists, yes, sulfur is the only one that doesn't need to be barreled. So I'm going to put an alternate launching array over here for barrel products. And the barrel product's gonna have a twist in that I'm also going to see if I can include a barrel recycling system, so I don't overload on barrels. Essentially, it'll be something like there'll be a chest that it feeds into. As long as the chest has a barrel in it, no more barrels shall be produced. Something like that. Or I can just... Well, the thing is, I do want it to be expandable in case I need to up production. Alright, that's the flat fuck solar panels done. Oh. If I were to prioritize getting utility, I can go get more range. Why, hello. What are you? Beryllium cargo rocket sections. That's a long ways off. Alright. Yeah, let's get the fluid isothermic generators next. I can see these being handy. Okay, so let's go and get things set up here. So how many more orbital cannons do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 more. Okay. I'm gonna need at least 2 delivery cannon chests. Actually, no, one thing I should definitely do is upgrade my heat shield production. It's a little inadequate. The problem is with as this right now, it's going to copy a bunch of stuff that's not necessary. But I'll just do this, plop it down. Oh, hang on. Remove the stuff that's unnecessary and then do it again, essentially. So I just need to get rid of these two, actually. The factory goes. Nessa, the factory goes. It took me a good, what was it, half hour, 40 minutes? But I finally have an actual, proper working, fire control system. It took me a while to remember how some things worked. Essentially, how this works is I have a control signal coming in from space. That's the info symbol right there. As long as the info symbol is there, it means we have a connection to space. Then there is this one here, which checks for, is there too much stuff in the chest? This one is, is there more than 200 iron? Then this one compares the two. If both are outputting a signal, turn on the inserter. That's the solution I came up with. Because this way the control signal is basically, it'll turn off everything should signal to space be lost. To absolutely guarantee there aren't any more accidents. Hang on. This didn't copy quite right. There we go. Now that's correct. You know, I'm just gonna put this down here. It's gonna be easier. Oh, you're not in range. Oops. There we go. There we go. That's gonna crank up heat shield production and soak up steel even more. Am I even producing enough? Okay, they just can't keep up, so hope and hope. There we go, now they're actually emptying. That should help the heat shield problem. Okay, okay, I need 5 more cannons. Oh yeah, the steel belt's actually full, look at that. Alright, I'm low on concrete. Concrete's around about here. There we go, give me these 5 cannons. So I can start yeeting sulfur into space. And fluids of various kinds. Honestly, as much as I highly doubt all cannons are going to be firing at the same time, so this should do the trick in terms of shell production. I can always increase it later if necessary. So let's get sulfur up. Alright, that's my example cannon, for in case I need to double check recipes. Wrong way around. So yeah, finally, I'm starting to actually automate things in space. I'm finally starting to get to that point. Yeah. Oh, this is entirely unnecessary, but fuck it, I'm committed now. I could just do straight lines and then just bring them down necessary, but at this point, fuck it. Committed to the bit. Delivery, Canone. Beep beep boop. I was looking for a beep beep boop. Oh, I guess a bot's on its way to deliver it. Let's see. That's probably the one. No, that's a delivery bot. Where's the construction bot with... Ah, it just got delivered. Okay. That's of course exactly when you're looking away when it gets delivered. Okay. You deliver sulfur. Sulfur stacks up to 50, so you check for 100. There we go. Yep, there we go. It's now up and running. Starting to load them up. Oops. I don't have a destination for you yet. I do think I need to put this one to a different container, just that things don't get bunched. Honestly, I think I should limit it to 3 per delivery container, just that things don't get too bunched up. Oh, either way, it's set up. I can always configure the destination later. That is the important part. Now, on the other side, and I'm going to put down an example belt, so that's, so that things get lined up nicely. Up here, there's going to be the barrel delivery. So honestly, considering, like I said, this is probably too much, I'm just gonna go do the lazy thing. Because there's no way, if all of them are going to be constantly firing, I can just increase its size and not worry. Okay, let's blow up these cliffs. I think I need a decent amount of landfill for all of this, so let's make sure I have a roboport in the area to keep me supplied. There we go. Okay, and then it's going to be the 4 delivery cannons. Okay, trying to check something. Water barrel. Okay, you do just fire up 10 water barrels. You take 5 seconds to craft. And an assembler. Let's see, how long does it take to fill a water barrel? 0.2 seconds. Okay. So, I only need 1 assembler, basically. Good. Good. Lovely. So essentially, I'm just gonna do this. Ah, hey, look at that. A perfect little spot. Love it. And I'm gonna put the inserter over here so that I can actually see the bloody thing. And so that means, the logic center is gonna be down here. Okay, and now next up for the interesting part. This will split things up evenly. Oh, hey. That's convenient. I want to see if I can set up a barrel recycling system. So that I don't need to constantly produce new barrels. And so that my chests don't get fully loaded. like this. And now the idea is, okay, I do need to deliver a delivery cannon chest to receive them. Oh, hello. Oh no, it's just that area being dinged. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I mean, one rough way that I could do this is if I were to, let's take a provider chest. I like using provider chests because that way it also means I can use things down the line. Put a provider chest there. You're going to complain about not being in a logistics grid, so let's just slap one. There, more efficient use of space. Provider chest here. And then the barrel assembler goes here. And essentially what I'm going to try is, as long as this chest has a barrel in it, no more barrels. Because then essentially it'll stop when these belts are full. Maybe I should push the condition up. Because odds are, you know, as it's transferring over. No, I only want this thing on when I absolutely need it. So you're only active when barrel equals 0. Boom. Simple as that. There. So this is the barrel return. But that will mean... No, I'm only going to need one launch installation up in space. And it will not need as much power because it's going from space to the ground. It just needs to basically just push it over the edge. Because I'm pretty sure the game does model that. So yeah, here we go. Empty barrel. And I am going to be preloading this with all the barrels I currently have up in space. I'm just going to start launching them down, basically. Because essentially that way, I'm only going to produce more barrels if it turns out I actually need more barrels. You are enabled when barrel equals 0. So currently it's enabled because no barrel. Makes sense. Alright. Up next, I need water. I need petroleum. I need lube. And I need heavy oil. You barrel me water. You barrel me petroleum. You barrel me lube. And you barrel me heavy. Yeah, having it insert in the top will be a decent enough spot. I kind of put water in the wrong position. But yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna go down here. And just borrow some water from here. There. And it's close enough. I'm just gonna pop, 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 pop. Okay, that's water set up. Oh crap. heavy oil is not part of anywhere in my factory. So if I want heavy oil, I need to get it from here. On the plus side, I can just, I'll just essentially just take it along the lubricant pipes, I guess. Yeah, that'll be for the best. Just take it up along the lube pipes. And I also need to bring petroleum. Let's get petroleum first, because petroleum is a bit deeper into the factory. Actually, where is the nearest petroleum access point? There's the lube. Petro... I think that's actually by my plastic production is the deepest it goes in. Which is here. So yeah, so I can take petroleum from here and start bringing it up. Because I don't think I'm using petroleum for much else. Let's see here. So petroleum, it just goes there. Let's have it offshoot so that it doesn't, you know, so that it kind of bypasses. I need to leave space here for heavy, but I can also send petro through here. So let's break it off here. Let's put down a pump to essentially, you know, pressurize this route a little. Because it has quite a ways to travel. Okay, then then may as well get the heavy oil here, and then I can just do all three at the same time. Oop. These attacks are getting intense. So here's the loop. So here I'll be taking the heavy oil. And I'm gonna want to put down another pump here too, just so that the heavy oil gets pressurized a bit. Right, you know, just to ensure that it keeps flowing, essentially. Go. It's nicer when things are in one place. It makes things a bit easier to maintain. Oh, dang it, that's gonna connect. There. Yeah, let's send them up through here. Oh, this is right in the spot of where iron will be going when expanded. Oops. I need to be shifted over by one. So yeah, I'll just do this. Ooh, I need to wait for a boss. Ooh, why is iron low? I guess it's because the loss being diverted to... I never reconnected the coal for the processed fuel. Let's see, the processed fuel belt, where is it? It's here. Okay, here. I can split off here. I need to get to this belt here. You are the wrong way around. There we go. Oops, that was quite an oopsie. But it's fixed now. It'll take a little bit for things to come back up to production, because the processed fuel needs a while to flow in. Oh, right, and that also connects to my steam generators. Thankfully, my factory is not reliant on these anymore. They're just supplemental at this point, but yeah. Oh, that could have been nasty. Man, the biters, they love expanding. There we go. Make sure that little base gets a little whack. There's many worms. There we go, gone now. That base is new. At least I think it is. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get rid of all of these. I don't have to worry about them. Plus, expansions come from the biter bases, so by getting rid of the ones nearby, it'll it'll make it, you know, it means they need to travel a bit further. They'll be further away. Okay, there we go. Okay, factory is starting to wake up again. Can I handcraft a bunch? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this simple barrel return system, because it'll also be expandable. This is just kind of to ensure things are shared evenly. I can always change this up later. This game does make you thirsty sometimes. Then again, it doesn't help I'm streaming. That really gets one thirsty when you keep on yapping your mouth. I do wish underneath pipes had the same thing as belts, where they were smart about, you know, having to worry about thing. That's the petroleum connection point. The lube connection point. Now I just need to get heavy oil connected. Okay, heavy oil is at the bottom. Oh, dang. Okay, that's heavy oil barrels set up. Now for the rest. Oop. Timer is up, so that means... Pop, pop. There we go. Back to normal. You've been stuck for a bit. Oh, out of processing units? Hey, that's... Oh. Crap, processing units. Right. Okay, Petro is up next. So much piping needs to be laid. Whenever there's a quiet moment, yeah, you know, I really should just set up an artillery outpost here at some point, just so I can just clear out the south. Then again, I also want to see just how many kills this one turret can get. This one's at 4,000. Alright, the flamethrower turret's now pretty much taken over. Yeah, this flamethrower turret's already got 6,000 kills. Oh, I never upgraded these two. Iron is still low, but that's because the processed fuel still needs to catch up and get to the rest of the smelting facility. Alright, well, I gotta wait for some deliveries. That's gonna take a little bit, because they're not upgraded. Be right back. And I'm back. Okay, that's petroleum linked up. It'll be occasionally muting my mic because I'm having a snack. Almost there. Dang it, my water's all out. Okay. Some remnants. Oh, hello. There we go. Setting up another artillery outpost here will be a good spot for it, one. Because that's a nice central spot. There. I'm going to expand artillery outposts when I really need them. That lines up just wrong. Unfortunate. Yeah. You know, I can... Belts can just go under that. It'll be fine. Okay, all the fluids accounted for. Next up, firing logic. Time to set up the fire control system. I'm gonna need a few to first handcraft a few. Darn. There we go. What, really? Go. Alright, first off, I need to get... Honestly, I only need one control signal, because if one thing goes down, they all go down. But... I do want to set up a separate signal pair, yeah, a separate channel for this. Okay, so I already have a transmitter, so I just need to quickly craft myself a receiver. I need a constant combinator for the control signal. Create a new channel for it, which is called fluids. Okay, control signal needs to be set up top, but I can already get this all nice and connected. That's just out of reach. The problem is if I do it like this, then I have to give each one a unique signal. And I'm feeling a bit more on the lazy side of things, so... Now I need one more. Oh wait, no, I don't need to go that far up. There. There we go, that's better. Alright, now set the let's see, so these barrels stack up to 10. Water barrel. Water barrel. Have your condition be 20? Nah, let's do 50. Let's do 50s for these. Let's do the barrels first because they're all the same page. Up next, the Petro. The lube. And the heavy. Now set these conditions to check mark is bigger than 0. And these are currently starting all disabled because the control signal is inactive. Okay. Alright, so fluid launch site is now up and running. Now I just need to set up the receiving side of things. I'm gonna need one more delivery cannon to deliver the barrels back. Okay, where was that alert? Okay, time to go back to space. Let's leave behind these contaminated ones. They can be cleaned up. And I'm gonna want to make sure I take a load of processor chips up with me, because it's currently all out up there. Alright, let's go back to space. Go. Oh. Oh no, it's just not showing them all. Never mind. But now I have a bit of a problem. A space problem. Well, I've got a decent amount of scaffolds finally. I need them all. Don't have any spare processor chips, I'm pretty sure. Nope, no spare plenty of barrels to roll back down to space. Yeah, right in there. Nice looking for you to get those heavy oil barrels. Okay, so. I need to be careful with water, honestly, because the water pipes are, yeah, expensive and limited range. Only to be used when required. You can walk over space pipe. Yeah, so the thing is, yeah, it takes 10, has a max length of 6. We just have these. As a central junction with side connections, good for moving fluids quickly through assembly lines. Good for parallel pipes moving fluid over long distances quickly. I'm guessing these are normal pipes should do. The problem really is I'm already kind of committed to where this stuff stays. I don't want to lose, unless I just, you know, I can always just pump it over, I guess. But the loop has to stay put for now because, yeah, I'll just send it over. Yeah, I'll just for now just, you know, belt stuff over, pipe pump it over. I'll see. Probably just belt, easier. You know, that's over there's a pretty good spot for the return cannon. Alright, let's fill this area here in. Just to start giving myself a bit more walking space. Okay, that's you done. Destroyer bots. Uranium ammo. Laser upgrades. Not bothering with blue belts. Is there a capacity bonus? Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's put the fluid receptacle here. Okay, yeah, so we're now out of power up here. So these things... Oh no, wait, power is jumping back on now. Never mind. It's just the accumulators ran out, okay. Okay, so you are there, so you're gonna have a signal transmitter up here. And up here is also going to be, and I'm gonna put down the control combinator. There we go, assign you to the fluids channel. So now, just to verify, yes, these are all now active. Oh, right. To actually launch them down, I actually need those capsules. And I'm pretty sure you cannot send those capsules around. Okay, how in the world am I going to get the barrels back down? Because yeah, I cannot send the capsules up. Fuck. Okay, the return. I mean, I guess cargo rocket. Promise then I gotta start delivering the cargo rocket parts. Which also can only be done via rocket. Then the barrel return system is not going to work at the moment. What I could do is just recycle the barrels, turn them into steel, and then plug them into the system, give them priority. That could work, and then delivers both fluids and steel. But I still run the risk of it overloading. So I need to get... Where do I have sulfur drop down? Okay, but you know what? That's all going to be for next time. I have made quite some progress today in terms of getting things established in space. I finally have my first proper space manufacturing stuff set up. I've automated delivery of solids. I just need to figure out a solution for fluids. Which will be a fun little project to worry about for next time. Because it's time to give the old noggin a rest. I've played quite a bit more Factorio this week than I have other weeks. Yeah. That's it for me for tonight. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully until next time, nighty night.